open standards and their relevance to e-governance. The policy, which lays down a framework for selection of technological standards, mandates that all government e-processes adopt a single and royalty-free open standard in each technological domain. This implies that the specifications of the standards, including associated patents and extensions, must be accessible and royalty-free in perpetuity. This applies to any new e-governance projects or new versions of the existing projects. The existing applications will have to provide for interoperability while interfacing with other systems. This is significant because it will promote standards that are interoperable, say, among various government departments, avoid any form of vendor lock-in, and are cost-effective. Open standards definition. The definition of open standards is not covered in IFEG. However, the draft policy on open standards for e-governance published by Department of Information Technology, Government of India 2008 provides the open standards selection criteria. The main criteria are free and royalty-free access for lifetime, open and collaborative development, free for perpetuity, open and collaborative decision-making, and complete description of the standards be available in public accessible form. The draft policy also defines additional criteria like compatibility with domestic law, availability of same capability worldwide, superior to already adopted standard, and capability to support for all Indian languages. Open standards definition criteria. National Policy on Open Standards. The National Policy on Open Standards was set out by DIT with the following purpose. Set out guidelines for the consistent, standardized, and reliable implementation of e-governance solutions. Ensure seamless interoperability of various e-governance solutions developed by multiple agencies. Improve the technology choices available and avoid vendor lock-in. The policy is applicable for all systems used in e-governance and all standards used in e-governance systems, including interfaces and data archival. All legacy systems should ensure external interfaces adhere to the policy. The mechanism for finalizing and implementing the standards is given below. GOI identifies domains for standardization and identifies the authorized agency to select the standard. The selected agency shortlists the standards, and after the extensive consultations, it finalizes the standard. Once standard is recommended, industry shall be given a definite time for progressive compliance with the standards, be it for interface or for the entire system. Policy on Open Standards for e-governance. Preamble. The Policy on Open Standards for e-governance provides a set of guidelines for identifying such open standards. Objective. The policy provides a framework for the selection of standards to facilitate interoperability between systems developed by multiple agencies. Applicability. The open standards for e-governance will be adopted or evolved based on this policy. They shall be applicable at interface and data archival level of all systems used for e-governance. They shall be applicable to all prospective e-governance systems, including businesses, that is G2G, G2B, G2E, and G2C, from the date they come into effect. In case of legacy and existing systems, It will be the responsibility of the application owner to ensure that interfaces of legacy and existing systems adhere to open standards when interacting with other systems. New versions of the legacy and existing systems shall adhere to the open standards. Mandatory characteristics. An identified standard will be qualified as an open standard if it meets the following criteria. Specification document of the identified standard shall be available with or without a nominal fee. Identified standard shall be recursively open as far as possible. Identified standard shall have technology-neutral specification. Identified standard shall be capable of localization support where applicable for all Indian official languages for all applicable domains.